Hello, human. I am Zibotle. I am your love guru today. Yes, sit down, please. This will take a moment of your time. Well, what is it you're looking for in terms of love? Understood. I see. Okay. Okay. I get the gist. So they don't approve. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Look, in love, nobody has to approve your love. It is not their job to judge you. Okay? You can love whoever you choose. That is the simple command of the universe. You have a heart for a reason. You must use it. Okay? Nobody command you how to use your heart. Nobody command them how to use their heart. So, you have one job and one job only. Let them go. I see. That can be tough then. Well, here's my advice too, because they're family. You give them hints. You kind of go to your room more often. You speak less to them whenever they bring it up. The conversation about your lover, I mean. You sort of act very disinterested in what they have to say in their opinion. And you tell them the honest truth. A lot of people hide truths. A lot of people say some things that they don't really mean. And so you have to be honest with yourself and the people around you. People can often put negative thoughts towards others in relationships and wish ill will on them. And so for you to be around that energy constantly is a big no-no. So when it comes to family and you live with them, you have to be stern and honest. You cannot be deceiving and say you won't be with this person and then you end up going behind their back. No. You tell them you are going with this person, and if they don't like it, you don't have to stay in that situation. You don't have to stay in that home anymore. Now, I understand a parent wants what's best for you, but sometimes you also know what's best for you as well. I read this somewhere. You are not your parent. You are a new person. Do not do everything that your parents have done. And you don't necessarily have to listen to everything they say either. I mean, it's true. We have to evolve as human species. How are we to evolve if we copy our parents? And then when you have a kid, one day, your kid to copy you. Do you really want your kid to make the same mistakes you have? Exactly. So, I highly suggest telling them what I just told you now about that. About evolution. And that your instinct tells you this is the right thing. Hopefully so. love is there for a reason, to form connection. It's a God-given right, so when we feel that towards someone, nobody can take that away from us. Those who try to do not feel it themselves, or are resentful because they do not feel it for another person, and neither to themselves. Those who resent others for love resent themselves. They do not even love themselves, I mean. Yes, so don't go telling your mother now that she hates herself. No. Just word it in a way where you can tell her that it's very important to have love for other people, and that way you get it back. I would be surprised if your parents were not going through some struggles, are they? As I thought so. I've had countless people encounter me, come in and ask me, "What do you do?" And this is exactly what I tell them every single time. Now, there are different variations, of course, in what you may be going through. But I will tell you now specifically about your relationship. If you can explain to me a little bit more in depth about what's going on there instead of the conflict. Just tell me more so how the relationship is going, and I can kind of advise you how to improve it. Go ahead. Okay. You seem very tense. Take a deep breath with me, come on. Let's pause for a moment. Just take this time to take a deep breath. As you're talking with me about this. Again. There seems to be a lot of stress on your plate. I told you to tell me a non-stressful situation. I see how that's stressing you, though. Yes, indeed, indeed. Go on. Okay. All right. Interesting. Yes, I see now. Yes. It does make sense now. Okay. Yes, of course, hindsight is 20/20. Well, what can I say? The only thing you can do now is to cool things off between you two and move on. Nothing is worth leaving each other for. When you feel that connection with someone, it is eternal, it is for life. Even if you do end up parting ways temporarily, the love is still there and still felt strong. I can give you a perfect example of something in my life when I was a youngling. I've had quite a deep relationship with someone, and then I let them go. After a while, I came back to them, and this kept happening on and off, and the whole time we were parted ways, we could feel each other's energy still. It was forever there, so that's how you know it's eternal. There are but a few people in your life meant to be there for eternity. You may have about, I'd say 4 people. Yes. And it is reciprocated usually. I would say cool things off and then go from there. Say hi, how are you doing? Wish them well. Give them a cup of coffee with some extra sugar in it. Just treat them nicely. Treat them with compassion. Treat them like a human being. And then if they choose to still love you, it will come naturally. And if not, then maybe it wasn't meant to be, or they're not enlightened enough to understand. You, my friend, I can see, are more enlightened. You may begin to attract others who are more enlightened as well. And maybe this relationship isn't good for you. I don't know. I'm not a psychic or a medium. All I can tell you is that you tried your best, I'm sure. And you have to move forward with a brighter mind, okay? And keep the open heart to people. I can't tell you enough. People continue to come to me with closed off hearts, and that I can feel. I can feel when someone is a closed off vessel. I can feel the cold in the room as they enter. They're not warm, they're very dead corporate people. Slaves to the world. You have to keep your heart open and your options wide available, because if this doesn't work out in the end, you have to move forward and find someone else. I believe there's at least one person for everyone on this earth. Love is a magnet, so you have to get it. Oh, that's good. You're reading a lot of books about it. Romantic novels, that's really good. Yes, that will get your root chakra going. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I can feel your root chakra walking in across the room. Besides, you're very beautiful. You're a very attractive person. I'm very, very positive you can find someone with that smile of yours. Definitely a catch. It won't take you long if this does not work out, but of course I do wish the best for you, and I'm very hopeful for you. I will keep you in my thoughts even after you leave here today. I can just tell you that from my experience, love is not supposed to be that complicated of a process. It really isn't. We usually tend to make it more complex than it really is. We look for it in the wrong places, going to clubs and bars where people just go to hook up. Why do you think that never works out? I'll let you guess. You're close, but no cigar. Think about energy. What energy do you think fills up the room of a bar in a club? Bingo. Desperation. If you are surrounded by that, what do you think you're going to attract? A one-nighter. Yep. So, it is a very rare occasion that someone does find love in those places. I'm not saying it's not possible, but you have to not link and hook yourself with other people's energies. Don't observe at what other people are doing in there. Don't look and say, I wish I was like them. I wish I was going through what they were going through. I wish I could hook up as easily as them. No. You are your own person, individual. You identify with your own energy when you go in those public places with 100 sweaty people dancing in a bar. You are not them. You are just you passing by these people who are too drunk to even know what love is. So, with that said, the wisest place to meet people is in an art museum I joke about. Because in there, it's dead silent. The only person you see in there is a Harvard graduate. That's a good place to hook up with a doctor, huh? Anyway, jokes aside. I also want you to meditate when you think of the color orange and red as I am wearing today. I am even face painted with it. I want you to visualize those colors in your everyday world. When you close your eyes at night before going to sleep, think of the color red, think of the color orange. Red, orange, red, orange. Think of those variations, that mix, that blend of colors. Almost like the color of blood. And think of just the most beautiful things you've ever seen. I don't care what it is, a unicorn or platinum blonde hair. Think of whatever you find gorgeous, okay? ever seen. Think of them being there with you. Think of them holding your arm. Think of them next to that beautiful thing you imagined, whether it's a unicorn or whatever. Think of the colors around you. There's a bunch of red and orange flowers. Think of those things now at the same time. Become entranced in it. Focus. Feel it. It's actually happening. You have your partner now. Your partner exists. Your partner's already there. You're already with your partner. Your partner and you are engaged. Your partner and you are married. You are lifelong lovers, and your lover is there. He just hasn't physically came yet. He's in there. In your head. Or her. But they're not here yet physically. But they're there. They're coming. They're on the way. You have to manifest it, but it's in your head. You feel them in your heart. You know they're there. You know their presence is there. You know their presence is coming to you very, very soon. You visualize it, you see it, you feel it, you smell it, you touch it, you taste it, you sense it with all your senses. They are there. You are just waiting for it to physically manifest. So think of that on a deeper scale, and your love shall come your way. Any questions now, before I move on? Yeah. Oh yeah, feel free, take notes. Oh yes, feel free. I have all day. But I can tell you this. I usually go by feeling, and I do have a good feeling you will find your soulmate. And that is rare for me to say, because people usually get so lost in life. I was just having a conversation about this earlier today with a friend, thinking of people, let's say they drop $150,000 on the ground, and that other person goes to seek it. They followed their path. They followed the guide of what Spirit told them to do that day, and they ended up finding the money. Now let's say they found some substance on the ground and they abused it. They went off their path. So the chain of events led them to not finding the $150,000 because they abused their path and their power of being able to find the funds on the ground. So when you stray off your path, you no longer get what you're looking for. Same with love. Focus, be spiritually open, aware, have an open heart. If you allow yourself to say, oh, forget men, forget women, oh, they're a bunch of B words, you may never find your true love. You may find love, but not your true destined one. So, another thing I can tell you is set up a crystal grid, a love grid, I should say. Form in a hexagon 6 clear quartz crystals, okay? One here, one here, one here, one here. Okay, I should say one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, one here. So 2, 2, 1, 1 hexagon, okay? Clear quartz points pointing in the center, and in the center a rose quartz crystal. Alright, the clear quartz have to be points. The rose quartz can be just a stone, not a point. And with this, you charge the crystal in the center, the heart stone of the rose quartz. The clear quartz are like your batteries, so imagine you're charging the rose quartz in the middle with the 6 batteries around pointing at it. Okay? Maneuver your hand over it. Give it love. Give it all you got. Give it all of your heart, all your energy and soul into that rose quartz and into the clear quartz to charge the batteries, to charge the stone in itself, because even the clear quartz need charging. You may charge in sunlight, in moonlight, under salt, under sage, smoke. There are many ways to charge crystals. Okay, even under the power of your hand, even under the power of prayer. And your prayer and affirmation shall be, I will find my lover. I will find them this time. I will find them in this location. Be as specific as you want. They will be this much tall. They will be this much heavy. They will be a Harvard graduate, just be very specific, okay? And you will find your lover, okay? It doesn't matter if you go on dating sites. I always tell people I have nothing against dating sites. There is nothing wrong with that, okay? Love is in all corners of the world. You just have to look right, okay? Again, doesn't matter in a nightclub or in a library. Love is in all corners. Keep that positive affirmation in your head, okay? Love is in all corners. Okay? And who knows, you may find them in a corner. Okay, the corner of the cafeteria, the corner of, I don't know, your house. Some stranger breaks in and then you fall in love with them. Who cares? Okay? Love has no limits. Look at the story of this woman that met a homeless man on the street. Love has no bounds, okay? Keep that in mind and memory. And every single day, everywhere you go, keep a rose quartz with you, okay? Rose quartz as a necklace, as a charm bracelet, an anklet in your pocket, in your purse, in your backpack. Does not matter, in your wallet, okay? Keep it with you everywhere you go in public, and this will help charge that energy further. The stone will not work ever unless you believe. You have to mainly believe. And with your belief, you charge the stone itself, almost like a prayer. Also, everywhere you go, every person you see that you feel some form of attraction to, even just a little bit, they don't have to be cute, okay? But if you feel that good energy, send love your way. Okay? Send it from you to them. Send it their way as much as you can. Shower them with pink light. Shower them with love. Every person you come across. And then you will have it come back to you. One person will feel that energy and they will say, oh my gosh. And their breath will be taken away by you. One glance in your eyes, they will be just mesmerized. Trust me, this works, okay? You just have to believe they will be out there. You have to spread your love. If you don't, they are never going to pick up your energy. It's like a radio wave, a radio frequency. They are trying to tune into you, and you are trying to tune into them. They cannot tune into you and find you if you are not tuning to find them. Okay? If they are on kilohertz 2,200 and you are on 50, how the heck are they gonna find you? You have to raise your vibration, your frequency to 2,000. Okay? And you raise those points for every love you send off to someone. You loved a Joe Schmo in a cafe. You just raised it 50 points. Theirs goes 100 kilohertz. You loved a Bethany in a bookstore. I'm just giving examples. There you raised it another 100 points, 200 kilohertz. And slowly you raise it to their vibration, the one that is meant for you. Okay? Every time you meditate with the crystal of rose quartz, you raise it. Every time you charge your grid, you raise it. Every time you have a good positive affirmation about love in general, you raise it. You can listen to all the frequencies on YouTube about increase your love frequency, and that you can listen to that day and night, honey. But if you don't believe, it's not doing a thing for you. Okay? Keep that in mind. Another thing is a very powerful tool I like to use. This one worked for me to find my partner. Purchase something for them, even before you have them in your life. Pretend that is the most powerful magnet out there. Buy an extra towel to put in your bathroom for them, even if they're not in your life yet. Pretend they live with you. Buy an extra toothbrush. You have no clue how magical this works. Buy an extra pillow. Sleep next to them at night. Wish them a good night every have something here in the physical manifests it the best way. And heck, you can go all crazy and do what I do, dress like I do, pretend you are the love guru, pretend you know everything about love. It doesn't matter if you look like a psycho. Do what makes you feel great, and do what you think would attract your person, your partner, the fastest way possible. And there's no rush, okay? There's no rush. It's all in divine plan. But you certainly enhance the process, speed up the process, and find the one that's right for you by doing these things and raising your vibration. Now, the other person may not be doing all this stuff that you're doing, but that's because they probably have a better mindset about love than you do right now. So you have to do the work to raise it to their level. Do you understand what I mean? Some people have a mindset, a poor mindset, I should say, about money, so they don't get as much on their hands. Again, not always the case. Some people are just born with a great mindset about money, so they naturally get it, or they lose it because they just don't care much about it. There are many circumstances, okay? It doesn't mean that if you are looking at love a good way that you'll necessarily find your partner the best way, okay? Maybe they have to work an extra step to get there as well. Maybe they need to fix something else in their life, like their finances, in order to allow them to have love in their life. Maybe their partners always think they're too cheap. Okay? Maybe their partners think they smell bad. I mean, I'm just giving you examples. There's other things you obviously have to fix. So make sure those are in check as well. Brush your teeth regularly. Eat healthy meals. Go out, get some sun. Look the best way you possibly can. Yes. Be the best you could possibly be. Do some exercise. You have to take action. Meditation and prayer is great, but that's not the only thing that will get it to manifest. You also have to put the work in, unfortunately. I know. And you think, oh my gosh, like you're not telling me enough, Guru. I know. But trust me, that's why you're here today, and I'm giving you the most advice I can provide for your situation, okay? So, if you do want to dump and break up with this person and find the one that's right for you, if you think they're dragging you, draining you, if you ever feel your energy is sucked dry from this person, get out, run. As a matter of fact, run, honey, run. You can no longer stay in that situation, and I'm telling you, again, been there, done that, dodged many bullets many times before. And if only they saw me like this today, they'd probably be scared even more of me, the things I've done. But you will find the right one who understands you and loves you for you, and that's all that matters, okay? Yes. I really, really do hope you find the right one for you. Please send me a letter. Please spread that love to me too. We all need it, and I am spreading all the love onto you as well. I believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. Okay? I believe in you, and you shall find the one, the only one, okay? One, keep that in mind. By divine right, you will get your one. And people often say, don't force it, don't push God to do things for you. No, forget that. You deserve all the best on this earth, okay? God is not giving it to you because you don't believe you deserve it. People who have a mindset of, oh, don't push it, don't ask God for too much, you're being ungrateful. No. Everyone deserves the most in life, and you get the most by asking. You ask and you shall receive, okay? I'm not religious, but it's even in the Bible. I mean, common sense will tell you that. So, there is nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with succeeding and doing the best you and being the best you can possibly be. Yes, go for it, honey, okay? Don't pay attention to those others, negative Nancys, okay? They will try to bring you down. They will say, you will never find the one. You cannot find that Harvard graduate, okay, who earns $200,000 a year. It's too good to be true. Oh, I hate that word when people say that. Oh my gosh, there is nothing more draining than that sentence alone. Matter of fact, if you have a friend that tells you that right now, run. Okay. I'm sorry I keep talking. Do you have any more questions for me at all? Maybe some more advice I can provide to you about this situation? Okay. Oh, yes, it gets quite warm under here, but I'm used to it. I love it. Love is warm. That's a good idea, yeah. Taking a bath, lighting red candles. Red candles are really good affirmation to bring in love as well. Just make sure the candle's lit for at least an hour per day. Maybe light one next to your grid altar, okay? Your crystal altar. Yes. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Are you a Sagittarius? You must be. Okay. Yeah, you can go out in public and ask people opinions. That's great. You film YouTube videos. So do I. That's really a good idea. Yes. Ask them their opinions of love and compile an estimate of, honestly, how bad people think about love. You're going to get a lot of responses like, well, I think it's too good to be true. I don't believe in love at first sight. I don't think it's easy to meet people nowadays. No. Okay? But again, it doesn't hurt to get other people's opinion. You know why? Here's why. Because that will make you feel better about yourself when you realize your high level energy and way of thinking compared to other people. That will push you even harder to be a better thinker. Okay? It doesn't mean you're a better person. Okay? A better thinker. Alright? And when you do this social experiment, just make sure you tell them some of my opinions, some of my gestures toward you, okay? And at the end of the day, I still have to say opinion because I don't know everything, obviously. So this is just what I find that helped me and what I'm going through. So I'm taking these courses and training myself to better improve the lives of others, such as hopefully yourself. Of course, I go through struggles as well in my relationships. It's not perfect myself. I'm still looking for the ideal situation, I should say. I wouldn't say ideal relationship because I do believe I found the one for now in this moment in my life. But I'm looking at those chocolate chip cookies over there. Just because someone is tempting to snack on does not mean they're the right one, okay? Yes, Chips Ahoy, you mother. You're so tempting. But just because, again, someone is cute, beautiful, sexy, hot, whatever you want to call them, does not mean that they are the one. They may give you some look, some type of way. They may wink at you. They may try to convince you that, the whole world. There's people who have offered me the whole world, and I denied, okay? You have to go with your gut instinct, and again, don't seek those one-night people who just wink at you and look for a quick one, okay? They give you a drink and then you wake up in a tub, okay? I'm just trying to say be careful too, okay? Keep in mind as you're looking for love, don't get paranoid, don't think that's gonna happen to you, but things happen nowadays, okay? It's 2018, you never know, so watch your drink. Keep your phone close by, even some pepper spray. I wouldn't blame you, okay? Alright now, just saying. Always have an adult on your emergency contact ready, even an adult nearby. You're never too old to have an adult nearby, of course, someone to help you get home in case you get too wasted or something, from a party. Hey, we all been there, we all had to try, okay? Getting drunk, I believe, hurts my psyche. It doesn't really help me. It's just a way to forget about things. I find it brings me more pain. They don't call it the devil's drink for nothing, but speaking of the devil will try to take you away from your love, okay? They want to see you crying on the couch, okay? They want you to see you cry yourself to sleep at night and lower and weaken your energy. succeed. So, the devil, meaning people who tell you it's not possible to find love, or your own thoughts can be your demons itself. Okay, keep yourself in check, like I said. And another thing, speaking of going to bed with a bad energy, you do want to go to bed with a high energy, okay? Meditate before bed about love, okay? And you will dream lustful dreams, alright? Even sinister ones, perhaps. It's happened before to me. Do anything you can, any way possible, to let the universe know, hey, this is what I want, and I want it now, okay? As soon as possible. The universe is huge. It's kind of slow. When you say now, there's like a 1 year delay, okay? Just keep that in mind. But they will get your phone call, don't worry, okay? It just takes time, since it's so big in the cosmos. But it will come, okay? You send out that energy beam and, oh, it will come back, honey, okay? Go to bed drinking some red tea, okay? Paint the walls red, go crazy, honey. Just love. Get some red bath bombs. Just, the only thing you don't want to see red is blood, of course, so don't do nothing too crazy, like buy a bunch of cow blood and just bathe in it, okay? I'm not talking about that, okay? Jokes aside, I really wish you the best of luck. I do have a couple people waiting in line next. I don't want them to get too impatient, if you know what I mean, but I do hope you take this advice kindly, okay, and with an open heart, and I wish you the best in here. One on the forehead for good luck, okay? Alright, now, if you want to purchase some affirmations over there on the shelf, you can go to that lady over there. She'll take care of you, okay? Thank you. Namaste.